My name is John Court. I'm the head coach of women's gymnastics at the University of Arizona, and I've been coaching collegiate gymnastics for over 25 years.
Thanks for being here today, John. I was just wondering if you can share with me a little bit some of your main duties and responsibilities.
Well, as a head coach, you wear many, many hats. Certainly the first part is about governance. You have your athletes, you have your staff, you have your support staff, and you're a liaison with the community. You're also directed to look at future prospects to make your program better. Sometimes that takes prospects, sometimes it takes fundraising. So that's another role that we play, and just being a good ambassador for your program and the University of Arizona.
You've done a great job of that. Can you share with us just a little bit what it's like to coach a sport that is not known for having very many Black athletes?
Well, I think that that trend has actually changed. I think the most popular gymnast in the world is Black. If you look at our senior and junior national teams, there are more Blacks and minorities on those two teams. And some of the best gymnasts in the country have been Black, have been white, and also from different races. So I think it's something that is it the most popular sport for a Black athlete, either male or female? No. Is it a sport that anyone can excel in if you are Black, white, or another race? Absolutely. It's a fantastic sport, and it's the numbers of minorities in the sport of gymnastics is growing on the grassroots level tremendously. I can say that. So I think it's just a matter of time before you see the numbers increase overall everywhere.
That is definitely a relief to be able to hear that, and exciting and something to look forward to. Mm-hmm. Can you share with us a little bit of any obstacles you've had to come across being a person of color coaching gymnastics?
Sure. I think that one of the first things, especially when you start out coaching, is understanding. I think that when someone would first meet me, I would be considered tall for a gymnast. I'm 6'2". Sometimes male coaches in gymnastics, they're former gymnasts, so they're shorter than me. I just like to say I hit a growth spurt, in my teenage years, and I used to be that height. But I think that the understanding and the perception of this is what I do. I'm not a basketball, a football coach. I'm not a track coach. I am a Black gymnastics coach, and it's like, oh, okay. And I think that people at first second guessed that. It was an oops but not ouch thing, and they needed to understand a little bit. And I think that when I was growing up and you go into summer camps and things like that, I mean, sometimes there'd be 1,000, let's say, campers at a summer camp, and there'd be two Black staff. So even in those instances, at first everyone was like, "Wow, is there really a Black coach here?" Certainly at camp, but I was just really, really fortunate in those instances. I was just myself. And I think people warm up to me, over time. And at the end of the day, we're there to do gymnastics, and that was a narrative. That was the common denominator. And before when we did a lot more home visits, certainly it was me knocking on your door or around the country. Some people knew that I was Black before they opened the door. Some people didn't know until they did open the door. So certainly gymnastics has been able to help me break down some racial barriers over the last 2 decades, without a doubt. And I look forward to doing that. I've learned, certainly, how to do it better. I would say later in life, but I enjoy doing it. But those obstacles. I don't look at them as obstacles. I look at them as hurdles. You just have to go over it, But at the same time, it's something that I have to help sometimes jump a little bit higher, and sometimes I have to pull you over with me. But when it's an obstacle, it's something that's in your way, and I don't believe that those things are in my way.
Awesome. Out of the hurdles you've jumped over, is there anything in your mind that stands out that you've learned from that you would tell your younger self? Here we go. what would you say to your younger self?
I would say just be more patient. Certainly as a younger coach, you just want everything to happen now. You're so results based. And you're not process based. And that's something that if I could go back and talk to my younger self, be like, be a little bit more patient. Also, it's I've always enjoyed helping people, throughout life, and I wish I did it more when I was younger. And that's just to complete strangers. That's not people within my circles or people that I'm coaching. I wish I did more volunteer work. Certainly when I was younger, I was up and coming as a coach and growing into my own person. I wish I did those two things, but certainly patience, and probably one of the things that I really think about is delegation, and you can't do everything by yourself. You can't micromanage your athletes, your staff, because you can't. You will not be successful. So certainly, if I could, call myself on the old flip phone or something, whatever we had back then, it would be, hey, use all the resources around you. Everyone is here for the same reason. Everyone wants to see you, your team, all the succeed. It's not you against that other sport. It's not that athlete against that athlete. It's all of us on the same team. We all want the same things, and everybody is here to help. That would have been nice, certainly nice to hear and have those conversations, when I first started out coaching, for sure.
Well, thanks very much for your time. And I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching and listening to this will take that advice. Patience. Thank you.
Patience, and bring someone over the obstacle, bring someone over the hurdle. And they can bring you over. I think that goes a long way, and people can interpret that however they like, but I think it's important in today's society.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rita.